Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a minute. Coffee with Old School's not been on your screens in a minute, just because real life has been kind of happening. I've been very busy doing a lot of different things, getting ready for this big show we've got coming up. Back to basics. Hold on a second. Sorry, I was letting everybody know I'm live on YouTube because I like people to tune in and enjoy what I got to say. But it's been a minute. Sorry. I do this every fucking time I get on here, guys. I fuck up and don't tell everybody. But let's talk about the happenings in the promo world. Big card coming up. Back to basics. Pretty excited about that. PPF's great show. We're going to go back to basics. We're going to make it not about championships, even though one title is on the line. That's the BTB World Title, but it only fits that championship is on the line in a back to basics show. But let's talk about some things that I've seen lately in the promo realm. One of the funniest things I've saw in the last, I don't know, couple weeks. Last couple weeks. So there's a couple of great promo artists that have come out here recently. I've been checking them out. Justin Acombre, that guy's really good. Preston, he plays the Berserker. He's really good. But then I see on this live that this idiot's claiming that some of these people went to the school of quack. Let me tell you something, idiot. Unless they're learning how to do a flat fucking stale promo with no good content and lazy ass fucking promo style. And the best part about your promo is you put the stamp at the end and the big shit noise that I don't know why they would ever go to a school with you. I mean, let's be honest. You could sit here all day long and tell the world that you were a champion in PDA. Hey, good for you. I mean, it was an upstart company. You were there. Opportunity was at best laid out for you to grab a championship pretty quickly. But let's be honest, if you had to defend that anywhere but PDA, you would have got stomped out the first night you defended it because I watched your match against the Berserker and he absolutely whipped your ass. He thumped you, he obliterated you, he embarrassed you. And what did you do? That was your fucking kick, fucking, I guess that's your shtick. Oh, God. So, I watched that and I was like, this cat wants to claim he has a school of promo. Listen, bitch, that was something I originated years ago with the name Old School. Duh. And let me run down a list of people that I've helped become champions. Double A Aladonis, one of the greatest champions in the history of promo. Even handsome PS Rex, he became a champion twice over. First time he got robbed of it, but that's okay. We forget about that shit. I've created many, many great promo superstars. Uh, Sheamus is watching the show right now. I helped him in his accredited career become a champion when nobody said he would ever be one. He did. That's because he went to the promo school of school, moron. Let's be honest, bro. The only thing you're teaching the world is how to suck, how to really suck and be good at sucking, be good at being the laughing stock of all professional promo realm. I mean, you got your guys that I guess you want to say follow you. Hey, blind leading the blind, that's okay. You get right into the blind spout. And then what's even more funny is, you guys know I've said some things about the APF, and I don't want to see any group not succeed. I don't want to see any group that's not, thriving in this promo realm because we love the promo realm. But when you have a title defense and your champion no shows, now this is the top title, top brand, and he no shows, and the title is moved on to somebody else because that champion no showed. That guy who did that would not be in any promo group I'm a part of. I would personally see fit to make sure he wasn't anywhere because that makes your brand look bad. That makes the promo realm in itself look bad. When you're holding gold and you don't show up on the screen, that's sad. It's disgusting. It's lazy. And then and I don't want people to hit me with excuses of this happened with him, but that happened. Listen, you're a champion. You show up. You know what I mean? You want people to respect you in the business. You want people to respect your product. Show the fuck up or leave. I believe I've told that specific guy that many a times. Where we watch the promo realm. You've got such great places to watch promoing. VOH, PPF, a lot of PDA's been doing some great shit. Like I said, I've mentioned Berserker. Berserko is a really cool promo artist. I think that guy. What's going on, Tommy Ford? I think Berserko is probably the future of promo. He's doing very well, and he gets a 5-star rating from me in a heartbeat. And I was thoroughly, thoroughly pleased with watching him thump the living shit out of Doctor Quack, Mister Fucking Promo Artist, Mister I'm retiring, Mister I came back, Mister Oh I don't need the promo realm, but is sure here sucking the promo world's dick. Oh, mm, that's a fresh cup of coffee too. So let's talk about the future of promoing. I've noticed here lately that there's an influx in certain places. There's an influx that the movement is getting better. The activity is really great. PDA, man, you go over there and watch, dude. They're smoking some shit. They did a show. I couldn't watch it, and it's not because I didn't like the idea. They did a show where you played the actual professional wrestling character. Hey, man, kudos. It went over well for them. I just couldn't watch it, man, because some of them old school wrestlers that they had represented. I just man, I would hope people would do a better job representing them. But it was a cool idea. And thank you guys for the pop, because I don't know if anybody realized when you guys put out the event and all that. That was my original promo ring music, Arn Anderson's music. It was his Titantron music. So thank you guys. I know it wasn't done on purpose, but I'll take credit for it. But it was a cool show. They were trying something different, and you got to have some different stuff in the promo realm. You can't always go over to places where the owner is always about the little guy winning, or always wanting to put the title in a shock value or kayfabe the shit out of the group. We know where that's at. Yeah, I guess you gotta have a little heart and soul to promo over there. But anyway, back to PDA. Great show. I saw a lot of great responses for it. I can't watch it though, man, because you have the Triple H's and guys like that, and I'm like, I guess it's cool to pay homage to them. That's cool. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with my group, because there's not many people that's going to look like that promo superstar or sound like that superstar or something like that. But hey, fucking kudos to them for going and doing something different. Congratulations. I like what Tommy and Justin are doing over there. They're really putting on great shows and believable promo matches. When I watch and I keep going back to it, but when I watch the Berserko and Quack match, Quack came out long winded, flat based, pretty pretty awful for a champion. And Berserko come out and hit him with some facts and just destroyed him. And that's to me a promo. You don't have to have the flash and bang and the edits and all that stupid bullshit to win a championship. And Berserko proved it. The man stood there and just cut him up like a fucking cheap steak from Walmart. And let's be honest, it's a tough thing to cut up. Yeah. What does he have to cut up? Flat, lazy, not really good at all, boring. Um, you know, and if he has a problem with any of this being said and it gets shared to him, hey man, I'm free anytime. Come on over to VOH. Oh shit, you're not allowed there. Sorry. I would punk you out there, no problem. Put my title on the line, kick your ass. But anyway, we all know how that would end if we faced in a legitimately judged group, wouldn't we? Where friends aren't judging. Wink, wink. Uh, but in other news, the PPF is doing very well. We're doing back to basics. We're delivering a show from where it all started, BTB. Shout out to Jose Bizzardi and all the members of that roster. Jose was kind of a staple in my promo career. Jose gave me a platform in BTB to create the old school character, become the old school character, and actually live my dream of winning championships. And the rest is history. I went through some great matches in my time in BTB that I'm very proud of. I faced Triple M. I faced King Dot. I faced a lot of guys conceited that today's market would not fathom to go against those guys. Those guys delivered product that was unbelievably good. Triple M's still one of my favorite promo artists out there. When that guy delivers, yeah, shout out to the BTB OGs as we all are. If they knew how good it was back then, Mr. Tommy Ford, they'd understand. What they walk on now is a road we blacktopped with our heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears. Why they claim to have revolutionized promo, bitch, we've done it all before you ever thought of doing it all. Just being real. We had the first ever promo belts. Yeah, first ever promo championship belts that were legitimately shipped. We started that trend. You're welcome. We were the first ever YouTube pay per view. Oh, what a trend did we start? Promo Mania, 600 and some hits in like a week's time. Come on. So good that the WWE messaged them and had to make them yank it down because it was doing so well. What's that tell you? They stole ideas, they ran with them, and we've saw them. Is what it is. I think it's hilarious that some of these guys that walk out here now claim, "Oh, well, without me and my great mind." Bitch, you don't have a mind. If it was a battle of wits, you'd come in unloaded. You'd be defeated before you walked on the screen. Get the fuck over yourself. You haven't revolutionized nothing. We've done it all. We've been there and done it all. And we've had some of the greatest matches to ever be produced. Myself, King Dot, was a match for the ages. Conceited, taking on Brett Jacobs, match of all ages. The Gunslinger versus Brett Jacobs is still the original iconic moment in promo. Whether you like it or not, you're not beating those two when they went head to head and for the first ever internet title belt. Oh, yeah, we've had that before. I could go on and just embarrass the shit out of a lot of places, but I won't because listen, the reason we do what we do is because of places like BTB and then VOH was created and they were the top two brands. That was your WWE and WCW. Okay. Now a lot of these other guys are little indie places, bingo halls, and that's where they belong, you know. I will personally say though, I think PDA is right there with the VOH, PPF, the styles we do. They're very fair. I like when Tommy comes on live. He gives critique. I love that. Feedback is important. If you're not doing feedback, you can't go, well, judges said this points and this points, and that's the game. No, idiot. People want to know why they lost or why they won or what was done to produce that great promo. You know what I mean? These things are stuff we all want to hear. We all want to hear why we won or why we lost, and we all love to hear those famous words, your winner and new. I still got mad, and it was funny. He did it for me later on. I always waited for Jose to one day be able to announce me as the new BTB World Champion. Well, at that time, he wasn't running the group, so he didn't get a chance to do it. So we got in a call one night, and he's like, "I owe you something." And he legit said, "Get the BTB belt," and he announced me as the winner. And dude, that still sends goosebumps up and down my arms. That meant that much to me. That belt hangs right there, and it will be defended September 27th at Back to Basics in PPF. And I'm doing that to pay homage to those guys. There was some really. It's been 87 years, huh? I think somebody's drunk. Anyway, when you were in BTB and you promoted BTB, I always said the BTB not only stood for, BTB, what it meant. You know what I mean? I think BTB was the best of the best because if you were there promoing and you held a championship there, there's not many people out there that can run with you. And I think it's proven. Let's look at the facts. Brett Jacobs, the Rising Sun, Double A Adonis, Tommy Ford, the Gunslinger, myself, all of us were originals, okay, of the BTB. And Beyond the Belts was really a fucking cool concept. And guess what? We're all still winning championships. We're all still reigning, defending champions somewhere, somehow. I have been a champion for the last 9 years. Uh-oh. There's some facts that some dumbasses need to suck on. I very rarely do not have a championship belt hanging on my shoulders. Currently the King of Promos champion, currently the BTB world champion. Uh, it's just a proven fact that those guys, they taught me what to do. And I got to give shout outs to the Money Mafia. Those guys taught me a lot of what I know. Top Chef, even Mr. Entertainment, the Codebreaker. Congratulations, Stevie G, on your impending marriage. You and your wife looked wonderful in your pictures. Congratulations from old school in the PPF itself. I hope you guys have a happy life. I hope you guys have a bright, beautiful future. But congratulations once again to the Codebreaker. You had Sean Bravo, the Chris, like Chuck Norris, all of us guys. We were a family, and we would get behind the scenes and test each other's abilities. If you guys would see the promo battles that never aired, they were even better than the ones that actually went on the screen. We all worked hard together to get our product crisper and cleaner, and that's why we're still so good today. Because guess what? There's a thing called the Heavy Hitters Enterprise, and that's what we do in there. We assure each other that we are that damn good. We do not write each other's shit like drunks and retards all claim. We will critique each other's shit. I just filmed my promo for the VOH King of Promos match. I put it in the chat. Everybody loved it. Shipped it. Got some wonderful critique from Big Sweet. He hit me up this morning, and we were just going over it, and he was like picking it apart with his knowledge. And it was a great promo. I had fun doing it. It was a cool setup. I hope everybody enjoys that. But to me today, the the promo facet that everybody believes is still great or good. I think promos lost a little bit. Other than like I said, and don't take this as me harping, man. I think PDA is doing great shit. I love PDA. I love watching PDA, and I thank Tommy, who everybody knows as TDC. I thank him for letting me be in there and watch. He's got some beautiful belts. I would like to see the X Factor belt just a little different, but hey, if they like it, that's cool. Um, but I will say this: great product. I have a feeling that their champion, whatever the top brand title is about to get served and beaten. You will have a new champion in there because I just feel like Seven just isn't a champion enforcer, whatever he calls himself this month. I just don't think he's a good champion. I think there's always too much personal issues going on in his life or behind the scenes that affects his ability to be a champion. That's just my opinion. And some people might be like, "Oh, he's picking on Dusty." I'm not picking on Dusty. I like Dusty. Dusty's a nice guy, but as a promo artist, as a group owner, I'm sorry, he's got too much going on in real life to be dealing with that kind of stuff. So there's a time when you need to decide. Okay, am I going to be a promo artist or a group owner? You got to decide that. You can't do both all the time. Well, unless you're me, I've done it for years and won championships. So it is what it is. Um, but PPF is really having fun with this Back to Basics show. I wanted to throw that out there for the guys that helped me get where I'm at. To the company that I have great pride in, that I love with all my heart, and I still bleed BTB blood every single day, and it flows into the PPF product. And I do that because of Jose Bazaldi. That guy has given me so much knowledge behind the scenes. I have hit that guy up on multiple occasions and said, "What do you think of this idea? What do you think? How would this work? How stuff like that?" And he was willing to talk and give me his point of view on it. So if you don't have that in the promo realm, you should really grab it. You should really find somebody who wants to, be a mentor and teach you. And yes, I am older than Jose, so he's still my mentor. He's taught me a lot about this business, and I respect this business gratefully. Uh, you know, I've said it a million times before. If you guys don't see, there's plenty of championships stacked up here, all over the walls. I'm not a guy who comes out here and speaks, you know, dumb knowledge. I actually know what I'm talking about. PPF is almost 5 years strong. Never had an incident, never got, in any trouble with Facebook. We've never ever had too much drama in the group. We've had our guys cry and whine and say they're being picked on, but that's in the group chat. That's not on the page. So I say it like this: if you're in a group chat and you don't have a thick skin, you need to get out of the group chat, because locker room chats can be a real whole different place. You got to have thick skin, have fun, and just take a joke. And I have learned that since day one. And we used to bust on each other all the time, and we still do. We are busting each other's asses all the time in the group chat. So for me, if you're in this promo game to only win championships or to only call yourself champion, or I'm the best of the best with the best, you don't belong here. This is not a game that you walk in and assume that you're better than everybody else. Okay. And one of my biggest sticks I want to say today: if you're a professional wrestler in the indie circuit, that does not make you better than the promo artist here. Because here's the biggest secret about indie pro wrestlers: they can't promo, they can't talk. It makes, you watch the shows, they try to do a promo, and it's very, very, very off base, don't make sense, and it don't look good. That's why we have guys like us. You could reach out to any of us and we could school you in the ability to promo, and your promo would be so much better. Okay. So when you walk in here and you assume you're going to be a champion, or you assume you're going to be the best of all time, you get a real reality check. You get woke up very fast to, oh, well, maybe I'm not made out for this. And some of them find out and they leave. Um, and to those people, we wish the best and wish them great success in their future endeavors. But here in PPF and VOH and even PDA, I'm not speaking for Tommy, but I think we got some of the top tier talent that delivers believable promos. You would believe that Tommy Ford, when he's the gunslinger, hates whoever he promos against because he hate fucks the shit out of him. Quoting that from the wonderful man of Big Sweet. He came up with that the gunslinger hate fucks all of his opponents, and I love it. Um, Brett Jacobs, you would think Brett Jacobs can't stand anybody. The Rising Sun, which is probably true for the most part, he don't like anybody, and I'm very proud of that kid. And I call him a kid because he's my son, so I can call him a kid. I think he's one of the top tier promo talents. I put him against anybody, anytime, and I can tell you right now, he's earned his merit. And guess what? It's not like old school. He doesn't do his daddy's style. He doesn't do his daddy's product. He doesn't do his daddy's material. So all those fucking idiots that have ever said that, well, you're as retarded as that fucking drunk that thought he was going to be the KOP. And look where he's at. Probably sleeping in his car somewhere, uh, where he gratefully deserves to be. Also, real quick, Pop, I have a set of WCW 91, 93 plates. If anybody's interested, hit me up. It needs a strap, be a great project for somebody. Get those done for you, get them sold to you. I also will have another belt that I have for sale here soon. Hit me up. It's a very nice, heavy belt. Uh, you know, I have somebody interested, but if they fall through, it's still available. This belt was made by Mateen, I think. I think it was made by Mateen. I can't remember. Anyway, Mateen's works also back there, that PPF title. And then don't forget the King of Promos Championship, as I always advertise for him right there. You hit that guy up. He'll take care of all your championship belt needs. If you want a custom belt done, he does a great job. You guys have saw him the BTB title, the King of Promos title. He's also made some really great, beautiful belts. ECW World title. Um, sorry, news that Maryland. No, he didn't make the Maryland tag title, but ECW World title. He's made a lot of great belts that I'm thoroughly impressed with. Hit this guy up. Tell him Old School sent you, and let him know that how much I enjoy his quality of championship belts. Also, there will be a raffle coming up soon. I'm going to do here, and I might do it for an original PPF, or not original PPF, Jesus, original BTB belt or an original Combat Universal Championship belt. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet, but those proceeds are going to get donated to a cause that my wife is going to choose. I personally want to do cancer research. I think it's a big deal. We need to fight that fight and find a cure for cancer very fast. I just lost a great aunt uh, due to cancer. So, I miss her dearly. She was a wonderful aunt. Aunt Des, this episode's for you. We might be doing those raffles here soon. Got a lot of things going on here in the future here in the Coffee with Old School. Also, Real Talk page. I'm looking for a new co-host. I'm taking over the Real Talk page. We're going to do Real Talk. I need somebody who can stay on my level and talk shit like me. Put your applications in my inbox. I'm going to probably get Real Talk in a lot of trouble here soon because there's a lot of audience there that isn't here. So I'm going to make sure that they understand that Real Talk just got realer than it's ever been. But it's been fun. I've had a blast. I just want to come on here today and have a little bit of fun. I haven't been on for a while. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful. What's today? Thursday? I think it's Thursday. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Yeah, it's Thursday. And I don't do drugs, guys. So that's the funny thing. Just the days all seem to run together. Um, but I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday afternoon. I hope the weekend's just as wonderful for you because we have a wonderful product. Back to Basics Premier Promo Federation will be having their show on the 27th. You must be on the page to be able to enjoy the show because we're not running YouTube shows. We're not running YouTube shows. YouTube shows are, for me, they're a product of their own volition. They've been made. They've been made to give insight for other people to bash the product. So we're going to stay on our page. We're going to keep our page fresh and crisp. We're going to keep these guys all wonderful. Um, you know, so on that light, definitely check that show out. We also have the VOH show. The KOP will be defended. A new Excalibur champion will be crowned, and I'm promising you, guaranteeing you, most likely it'll be the Rising Sun. Malice will retain his championship, and Tommy Ford will become maybe, possibly, the new Empire champion. We shall see. It's going to be a good show. Also, real quick before I get off here, I want to wish Mama Purge the best. She has a little bit of an issue going on with her foot. I hope you heal fast, and she may have a surgery coming up. No, we're praying for you. We love you. Just want to do that shout out real quick too, because hey, we're all family here. I try to keep my family happy and healthy and all that good stuff. But sometimes they get boo boos and they got to get them taken care of. I've been there, done that. I've had plenty of boo boos in my life, the neck, the stomach, all that good stuff. So I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Tune into the shows. Give some love on the page. Hypes are still wonderful to see. We still got a couple days to go. Get out there and fucking do a hype. Show the world how you work. Show PPF how you represent and always stay classy in the promo realm. Don't stoop to the level of some jackass who thinks he runs a school that's probably not even good enough for a cadaver to sit and pay attention to. So have a wonderful day. Love all you guys. Old school's out of here.